Hello children, I welcome you all in English class. In this presentation, I am going to discuss a very important part of speech in English grammar, that is verb and its types, that is finite verbs and non-finite verbs. Verbs which help us to make a sentence. Students, there are 8 parts of speech: noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction and interjection. All of these 8 words are known as part of speech. Now let's discuss the verb. Children, a verb is a word that describes an action and event or state of being. According to this definition, there are 2 important rules of verb. First, it describes an action. It describes the state of being. We will see this with some examples. Shaurya is reading a book. In this sentence, Shaurya is doing an action, which is reading. So it's clear that this is the verb of the sentence. Now, what is the state of being? See this example. Tanvi is a doctor. In this sentence, is a verb. It is a linking verb. Why? Because it is telling us about the state of the subject, that is Tanvi. Tanvi is a doctor. Now, let's see one more example. Ritvik seems happy. Ritvik seems happy today. Here, the verb seems is telling us the state or mood of Ritvik. Ritvik is a subject in the sentence. Children, verb is a very important part of a sentence and we can call it a heart of a sentence. That we can say no sentence in an English grammar is complete without a verb. And if there is no verb in a sentence, it's not a sentence, it's a phrase. Now students, let's understand this topic with the tree diagram. Now we can classify verb in a different type. We define verbs mainly into 2 different categories. One is finite verbs and second is non-finite verbs. First, see non-finite verb. Non-finite verb is classified into 3 different types: gerund, infinitive and participle. Now, if we talk about finite verbs, they are also classified into 3 different categories. Main verb, we call it action verb, linking verb and helping verb. And helping verb, which is also known as auxiliary verb. We can classify it in primary auxiliary verb and second is modal auxiliary verb. Students, there are so many categories in main verb, like whether the verb is regular or irregular, if it is transitive or intransitive, it can be causative or factative or stative or dynamic. So today we will be discussing finite verb and non-finite verb with examples. Let's start first with the finite verb. A finite verb is a form of a verb that shows agreement with the subject and changes as per the tense. These finite verbs are sometimes called main verbs and make sure if there is just one verb in a sentence, that verb is finite. This agreement is defined on 3 parameters. First, the number of the subject. Second, the person of the pronoun, and that the tense of the sentence. Let's see once again. This agreement is defined on 3 parameters: the number of the subject, the person of the pronoun and the tense of the sentence. Let's get these rules with some examples. Finite verb changes as per the number of the subject, that is whether the subject is singular or plural. For example, this star is bright. In this sentence, star is a singular person. Here the verb is, which is the linking verb. Now see another sentence. These stars are bright. This sentence, stars is a plural subject. So you see the verb has been changed, which is are. Thus, the verb has to agree with the number of the subject. Finite verb keep changing as per the person of the pronoun. That means the subject of the sentence, whether the subject is a first person, second person or third person. See this example. I go to school every morning. Here I is a first person pronoun and accordingly go is used as a verb which is a main verb. See another example. She goes to school every morning. Here she is a third person pronoun and now the verb go has been changed to goes and accordingly the verb is changed. Hence finite verb changes according to the person. A finite verb changes as per the tense of the sentence. That is whether the sentence is in present tense or past tense or future tense. See these examples. Robin plays cricket every day. Here the sentence is in a present tense. Hence the present form of verb is used. In next sentence, Robin played cricket every day. The tense has been changed to this sentence is in past tense. Past form of the verb is used. So this is what the rule says, as finite verb changes as per the number of the subject, as per the person of the subject and as per the tense of the sentence. I hope it's clear to you now. Let's look into the non-finite verb. Unlike finite verbs, non-finite verbs do not have any agreement with the subject of the sentence. That is to say, non-finite verb does not change as for the number of the person or tense of the sentence. Students, let's study these examples to understand it better. I like reading book. He liked reading book. Now let's examine both the sentences carefully. In this sentence, we have two verbs, like and reading. Like is a finite verb that we have already understood and reading is a non-finite verb. This sentence is in a present tense and this sentence is in a past tense. See the subjects here. The subject is I, which is a first person pronoun, and here the subject is he, which is a third person pronoun. Did you notice the verb reading, which is a non-finite verb, has no effect on it of the subject and the tense of the sentence? It shows that the non-finite verb does not have any agreement with the subject of the sentence. Even if I change the tense of the sentence in future or if I change the subject of the sentence, the verb reading will be the same form. Now let's see how does this non-finite verb function. So it is known as a verb, but it is not function as a verb. Rather it functions as a noun, an adjective, or as an adverb. Let's see how does it functions as a noun. Running is a good exercise. Here running is the subject of the sentence, which is functioning as a noun. This is known as gerund. Now let's understand their functionality as an adjective. Barking dogs seldom bite. Here barking is an adjective which is describing the dog and we call it a participle. Now let's understand how does it work as an adverb with an example. Mika went to the theater to see the movie. Here to see functions as an adverb, which is known as infinitive. We will surely discuss about gerund, infinitive and participle in our upcoming videos. I hope as of now you got an idea of what is finite verb and what is non-finite verb. Now let's revising them by jotting down the difference between both. Finite verbs act as the main verb in a sentence, whereas non-finite verbs don't act as a verb in a sentence. I have already told you that finite verb most of the time is known as main verb. Finite verbs indicates person, number and tense, whereas non-finite verbs do not indicate any person, number and tense in a sentence. Finite verbs are used in a present tense and the past tense, whereas non-finite verbs are gerund, participle and infinitive. So in this video we have learnt about finite verb and non-finite verb in a detailed way. Let's check out what you have learnt. Solve the exercise. Write these sentences in the notebook. Children, it's a quiz time. You have to identify underlined verbs as finite or non-finite. Your time starts now. Yes, children, I hope you have solved all correctly. Good job. Thank you.